Hey, my name is Lauren Holbrook, and I'm a Communications Associate with the Great Lakes Fishery Commission. Have you ever wondered where a fish goes in its free time? Well, newer technology called acoustic telemetry is allowing scientists to answer that question. Later in this video, you'll get to see a researcher tag a fish with an acoustic tag using money that you sent to the Great Lakes Fishery Commission, and then release that fish back into the Great Lakes. Using an acoustic telemetry array that involves a number of receivers, the researchers can then track the fish's movement throughout the water and let you know where it went. Before we get started, I wanted to explain some of those terms. An acoustic tag, also called a transmitter, is the device that is surgically implanted in the fish. The fish's size typically determines the size of its tag, and here are 5 examples compared to a regular pen. The smallest tag you see would go in something like a sea lamprey. Then the 3 largest tags might be in species like lake trout or walleye. These tags broadcast a series of pings into the surrounding water that are then recognized by nearby acoustic receivers that are located throughout the water. An acoustic receiver looks like this. Think of it as a mini computer on the bottom, which records the data, and a hydrophone on top, which is a fancy word for a microphone that detects sound waves under the water. So when a tagged fish swims nearby, it is recorded by the receiver. Later, the researchers can download this information onto their computers and determine the fish's movement through the water. All right, now let's go learn more about the project that your tag is involved in. You will get to see fish get caught, tagged, and released, including your fish. This all took place in Hamilton Harbor in October of 2015. Next spring, we will get to find out where your fish went. Let's go!
University, and I'm going to talk to you today about fish telemetry in the Great Lakes. I'm working with a big team in Hamilton Harbour, Lake Ontario, and we're tracking fish to see if they like their new habitats that have been restored by local conservation groups, where they like to hang out during the winter, and where they might go to spawn in the spring. Like many other areas in North America, shore development and pollution nearly destroyed a lot of the coastal habitats. During this time, walleye populations were wiped out, and the Ontario Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry tried really hard to restock this important species. There are lots of people working on fixing these issues. Areas of the habitat have been restored, and there are now strict rules in what can be pumped into the harbour. This is the first year for the project in Hamilton Harbour, so we're concentrating on walleye. These walleye are now old enough to spawn, so we'd like to know where they're spawning or if they're even going to stay in the harbour. Tracking fish is really difficult because they're underwater and you can't see them. So we have to put special tags inside of the fish and then special listening stations around the lake, and they'll record when a fish swims nearby. So the walleye were captured in large trap nets set by the OMNRF and then brought to the boat, and then one by one were anesthetized using a mild electric shock. So we made a tiny cut in their bellies inserted the tag and then stitched them back up. And then on their back we put an external ID tag, which will hopefully tell anglers that these fish belong to a science project and they'll let them go. So then we put the fish back in the tank and then we let them recover, which takes a few minutes, and then we can release them over the side into the lake. So your walleye is one of the first of the project and it's tag number 15772. So look out for it in the video and we'll see where it goes over winter. So to knock the fish out, we shock it with electricity when it's in the right place. Great. Go. Put it in. So here's your tag. Yeah, perfect.
Pull it out beyond this, or just...
Yes, please. And we're stitching them back up. number 1682. And then length, so full length is 530, and total length 555, so 555 millimeters. Oh. And then he'll just take a few minutes to recover, and then we'll release him. Happy fish. Ready? You ready, buddy?
Can't understand English. 4-3.
Are you strong? That's right.
Point.
So 1322. Yep. And then lengths. $395.
95.
402.
Okay, your fish has been tagged and released. In fact, it's been swimming in Lake Ontario since the middle of October. The acoustic telemetry equipment that I mentioned earlier is taking note of where your fish is going as we speak. For the next 6 months, receivers like this one will record your fish's movement. In the late spring of 2016, Jill and her team will retrieve the receivers, download the information, and figure out where your fish has been. So, we will see you back at some point in 2016 when we will be ready to report back to you about where your fish went. Have a great school year!